good morning, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope wherever you're celebrating, you are going to celebrate responsibly. Please be careful. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber, get a designated driver. So happy St. Patrick's Day. Savvy's walking around behind me. It's a Sunday. And as you can see, I'm not really dressed up. In fact, I told my husband I was going to do a show, and he said, dress like that? I'm like, yeah, dress like this. Because the topic of this show today is, can I even compete? I know that most of you probably know about the scandal with the celebrity parents buying their children's way into college that hit the news last week. And some of those celebrity kids are very famous in their own right. They're 19 years old. Olivia Jade is one of them. She's Lori Loughlin's daughter. Her mommy bought her way into USC. And the minute she got there, she started this YouTube channel based on her rich daddy and rich mommy's names and started promoting makeup. Here's how you get dressed for a college party, because it's not like I care about school. I just care about the parties. Oh, look, Amazon gave me all this free shit for my dorm. And now they're going to come do a photo shoot. I have all these sponsors. I have 19 million followers on YouTube. And you're a cheat. And your parents are a cheat. And you're a spoiled rich brat. And yet you have all these followers, millions of followers. Well, you know what I have? Here's what I have. I have absolutely no family support for this show, for Political Paula. Nobody in my family watches it. Nobody in my family texts me or PMs me or calls me and tells me, "Atta girl, Paula, you did a great job. Saw your show today." My own husband doesn't watch the show. A handful of the people who watch this show have actually met me in person. One flew across the country from California, Sam. And he said, "I'm coming to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I want to meet you." And he took me out to dinner. He took me and my husband out to dinner. Gave me a beautiful card, which I still have here. Everybody else who watches and follows this show, there are people I met, not because I have famous family or celebrities on my show, but because I come to you without fancy makeup or fancy clothes or a fancy Amazon-provided decorated background. But I try to talk to you about things I think you should know. Things that have happened to me. Ways I have been screwed over. And I don't want you to be screwed over in the same way. And I want to say, I have 1,000 followers on Twitter. I have 800 friends on Facebook, 300 followers on my page, Political Paula, and 300 subscribers on YouTube. And I'm a lucky woman. Do you know why? Because those of you who follow me, you don't want to hear about how to get dressed up for a party or how to put eyeliner on a certain way or what kind of foundation to use. My viewers are intellectual people. They're smart people. They're people who want to know what's going on in my world that can maybe help them in theirs. And that's what I try to do on this show. You know, I have had downsayers say, "Oh my God, you work so hard. You do the research. You talk to people. You get the facts and you try to give your opinion about them, and 10 people see the show. 10 viewers on YouTube for one show. Why do you bother?" Well, I'm starting to ask myself the same question, to be honest with you, because believe it or not, I do work hard. I don't just come on here and start talking. When I tell you something, I've done my research. And sometimes it takes days, sometimes it takes months. I'm going to start a series in a week It'll be the last series of this season's show. And it's going to be something that all of you will want to listen and tell your friends to listen and share my page with everybody. Yes, I'm promoting my pages right now because you know what? I've been offered chances to promote this page. Facebook tells me every day, promote Political Paula for a certain amount of money a month. YouTube always wants me to pay to promote my page or put ads on my page. So you guys have to either pay for it in some way or watch stupid ads before you see my show. I don't want to do that. I am proud of this show because the viewers I have do not watch my show because they are related to me. Believe me, the people who are related to me don't watch my show. It's kind of like, when you sell Girl Scout cookies, you go to your family first. Well, no, see, when I started this show, I went to my family. They weren't interested. So then I just started saying, let me just put this stuff out here and see what happens. And by word of mouth, by one person saying to another person, this girl's good. You need to watch this show. This show was so good. You need to watch this show. By doing your stories, when you come to me as a friend and say, my son is missing, please do a show about opioid abuse and heroin abuse. And I do that. When Rosa Torres came to me, simply because she saw a blog I wrote, this was long before I had this show, and said, I want you to tell my story in blogs. And I wrote all these blogs about Rosa and the fact that her police chief husband beat the crap out of her for years and got away with it because he was a cop. That's the stories I tell. I don't tell you how to get dressed for a party because I don't go to parties. I don't wear fancy makeup or foundation or fancy. I can't promote brands of anything because I don't use that crap. Which, by the way, is why my beautiful face is not all marked up and wrinkled and crazy. I use soap and water on my face. That's it. I can tell you what kind of eyeliner I use, but I don't think my viewers care because my viewers don't tune into this show to hear about makeup or lipstick or nail polish or manicures or where to get this fancy Eagles jacket that I've had for a long, long time and is falling apart, but it's green for St. Patrick's Day and I love the Eagles, so I wore it. I don't have fancy lighting. I don't have celebrities on my show because I don't know any celebrities. But Lori Loughlin's girl, she had her mom on her show. Look, it's the Hallmark star. Well, guess what? The Hallmark star is now fired and under indictment by the FBI for bribing the college because her 19-year-old YouTube star daughter was too stupid to get into college on her own merit. That's who 14 million people are following. A 19-year-old girl who is too stupid to get into college or take her own SATs on her own merit. Mommy had to pay for it. And by mommy paying for it, a worthwhile student who worked their ass off didn't get that spot. Now all the sponsors are going away. Amazon went away. Her makeup thing, sponsors, they all went away. She's going to go away too. She's going to have to. She has to withdraw from college now. And for the rest of her life at 19 years old, she's going to be known as the chick who went on YouTube and said, I don't really care about school. My mom wanted me to go. But while I'm here, I might as well tell you how to dress up for party night. Because that's all I care about, parties and going to football games and getting drunk. That's why I came to college. I don't do school. That's who she's going to be known for the rest of her life. So when somebody says to me, well, only 20 people watched your show yesterday, was it worth it? Yeah, because the right 20 people watched my show. People who actually can make intellectual comments, people who understand what I'm talking about. People who don't worry about their lipstick or their eyeliner or their hair color. They don't worry about that. They worry about their next office visit with the doctor. They worry about their health insurance screwing them, their doctors overbilling them, which is what this series that I'm coming up with is going to be all about. All of you will know about this. Anyone who's been to a doctor, anyone who's been to a hospital, anyone who has dealt with an insurance company or a medical bill, you're going to want to watch this series. It might be the best thing I've ever done because it not only comes from my viewer's standpoint, it comes from my own. Because since January 11th, I have been fighting a medical bill that was miscoded, overbilled, and I will tell you all about that during the series. Look, I'm not famous. I've always wanted to be famous because I think it looks like fun, but then I see these famous people and how they think they're so much better than everybody else, than all of us. Lori Loughlin's daughter was more important than your daughter. Just because her parents had the money to make her more important. Wow. Isn't that an insult? And yet this chick gets 14 million subscribers, followers on YouTube, all these Instagram accounts, blah, 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 sponsorships. She's making money at 19. I'm 54 years old. And I gotta tell you something. I don't make any money from doing this show. Not a dime. In fact, it actually kind of maybe, well, it doesn't cost me money, but, I mean, I pay the bills, we pay the bills, we pay for the internet, we pay for the stuff we have. But we don't cheat anybody. I got every viewer that I have, every subscriber that I have, honestly. I didn't advertise any products. I didn't sell myself as this beauty queen or this expert at anything. In fact, I tell you, I'm not an expert at anything. I'm just someone who reads, who listens, and who just by, for some bizarre reason, sitting in my house, I rarely go out of my house. Things happen to me where I feel I've been screwed, and then I share those things with you to help you. And by being able to talk to someone about the things that have happened to me, it helps me too. Because I don't have anybody else to talk to. My family doesn't want to listen. They're too busy with their kids, their grandkids, their own crap. My husband has a full-time job. He doesn't want to listen. So I talk to all of you. And more times than not, the comments I get, which I have just gone over all my comments today. I went on YouTube, I went on Political Paula, I listened to the comments, I responded. I get quality comments because you guys get it. Disagree with me, agree with me, you still get it. I'm not here to sell you anything. And I'm not here because I'm a beauty queen or I know anything about makeup or hair or nails. But I know about people. Because I'm a person. I have a heart. And I have a brain. And I'm pretty damn proud that I do these shows mostly with my brain. It's a good brain. It didn't go to college. My mother didn't have enough money to buy me into Yale or Harvard. But it's a good brain. It's a brain that is filled with life experiences, tragedies, joy. But I never bought anything. I never paid for my brain. I never paid for my successes. So any of you out there who think that my show is a failure, well, you weren't listening. And you don't know anything about what this show is about. It's not about millions of viewers. Although, would I be so proud and happy if I had millions of subscribers on YouTube and millions of followers on Twitter? Of course I would be proud. But I would only be proud of that if that happened because of this show exactly the way it is right now. No fancy lighting, no directors or producers or networks or sponsors. Just me and you, Fasha y Fasha, talking about things that are important to you. Things that have affected me that could affect you. That's why I do this show. So on Tuesday on Political Paula, I am going to put out a question and answer for my viewers as I start this new series, which will be the last in a series of shows before I go on my spring/summer hiatus. I may not get paid for this show, but like anybody who does these kind of shows, even twice or 3 times a week, I need a vacation, so I'm going to take one. I've earned it. It's not like I'm not going to get paid because I don't get paid anyway. But when we put these people, like this Olivia Jade, up on a pedestal, and 15 million, 14 million, however many millions of people follow her, and she's done absolutely nothing in her life except take mommy and daddy's money and run with it. Well, that kind of depresses me. It makes me sad because how can my show ever compete with that? My little show from a little house in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, done with love, with a lot of thought and a lot of research, but I can't compete with Olivia Jade. I can't compete with the celebrities out there. But my point is I shouldn't have to. And because I love every last one of my viewers, I don't think I need to. You guys have gotten me through 3 seasons of this show. The first season I had 40 subscribers on YouTube. Now I've got over 300. That's a success to me. When I see that some of my shows are being shared, liked, commented on, that's a success. See, the problem with rich, spoiled brats is they don't understand what it means to be successful in their own right. They have to ride along on their celebrity family's coattails and mention names and bring on Lori Loughlin as a guest on my show today. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. See how far that gets you in the next couple of months. That's not how this show works, and it's not how it will ever work. I don't have the contacts. I don't have the celebrity friends. I don't have the fancy makeup. It's just me, Political Paula. What I do have is I have a heart and a brain, and they both care about all of you. And I hope that's enough. And I guess we'll find out. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I will see you all back on Political Paula on Facebook and YouTube on Tuesday.